Hello guys, welcome to another review here at Watching Time. So today we're going to review something that I think at least not many outside of Switzerland, maybe Europe, know about. This is a brand that it has a history, so it's important to highlight that some brands, especially Swiss made, have a history that goes longer of 100 years in some cases, and most of them that we are right now seeing resurface with a strength that was not there before. For example, the Zodiac watches, they are regaining on a market that they lost after the launch of the quartz watches. But at the time in which watches that were automatic or mechanic in terms of movement, they were definitely some of the most popular, well-known brands in the Swiss industry. It's obvious that today we have followed on the tradition of the biggest brands that managed to resist the recession. So we're talking about Longines, we're talking about Tag Heuer, even if that was a joint venture. We're talking about Rolex, obviously, Omega, the whole Swatch groups, that it's actually huge, and some of the non-big groups that are well known, like Vacheron Constantin or Patek Philippe. So today we're going to discuss about DELMA. DELMA, it's a watch company, as I was saying, that has a history, a strong history actually, because they were actually founded in 1924. Obviously, at the time, it was not called DELMA. It was called, actually, Guillaumin founded and A. Guillaumin SA. So they were two brothers at the time that founded the company. And it was only until late 1966 that actually the company was renamed DELMA. Also taking into consideration the place in which it is produced. The watches that they produce are different in model, but they have some emblematic models that are and have been important for the company. As far as I know, they don't produce in-house movements, so it's definitely not one of those companies that is innovating in terms of production of movements, at least not right now. They use, obviously, Swiss-made movements, usually ETA. So when you buy one of their watches that has an automatic movement, it's usually the 2824. And that's the case with this DELMA Oceanmaster that I'm going to talk a little bit more about. So let's say that they were, maybe the moment they were more famous and well known around the Swiss watchmaking, it was around the 60s, 70s, and early 80s. They produced several diver watches with well-known shapes, you know, the 70s shape of diving watches. For example, like the Super Sea Wolf 68, it's well-known. And also DELMA had some prototypes and watches being produced in that type of shape. Here we see what they call the Oceanmaster. So the Oceanmaster, it's a model that, as you can say, it wears big, but it also has a good performance that is related to the size, obviously. So in this case, this is a 500-meter water-resistant watch. It has a helium escape valve, as you can see. And the Oceanmaster line has this characteristic kind of shell-type case, very resemblant of other 70s model. It has obviously arms that protect the crown, and it's made for a wearer to have fun and to do activities, especially on the ocean. Particularly this bezel, as you can see, it's a bezel that can be used as a compass. So you have the west, south, and east, and the degrees. You have an internal bezel that it's better observed here, that goes up to 60 minutes. The color of the Oceanmasters, because this is a limited edition, okay? I'm going to discuss a little bit more about the limitedness of it. So the shape classical of the Oceanmaster usually presents itself with sometimes a ceramic vessel or an aluminum-based vessel, color vessel, black, blue even, and a matte dial that can be black, can be blue. They have several colors in their websites. In this case, the vessel is made of steel, obviously, so it gives this more military kind of tough inspiration. At the same time, as you can see, one of the main particularities of this watch, and I'm trying to go onto the light for you to observe it better, it's actually the dial. Some people might say it looks a little bit overcrowded, and I really don't like overcrowded watches in the dial when there is not a reason for that. I think here there is actually a reason. As you can see, you have the plus and the minus. You have 4 corners that identify several areas, as well as the blue and red here in the bottom. So this watch is actually born for sailing. I'm not an expert, I don't sail, I don't know how it's used, but it's supposed to help someone that is sailing also to navigate better the sea. Maybe if there is someone of you that knows better about it and wants to drop a message, that would be really thankful. So this is a watch that has a purpose. And I think this is interesting in watches, and particularly this limited edition, because it's a limited edition to honor 200 years from the discovery, the official discovery of Antarctica. So this is actually the DELMA Oceanmaster Antartica. And as you can see, it has, as I was saying before, an ETA movement. So everything that you want and expect from an ETA movement, plus the date, obviously. You have an hour and a minute's hands that are quite traditional, white in color, nice contrast with the dial. And what I really like is this seconds hand, that it's kind of a narrow shaped seconds hand, very distinctive. It actually looks like a GMT hand in some other watches, but in this case it's actually the seconds one. And I really like the way it presents itself in the whole dial with all the other decorations that are supposed for you to use at sailing. The other thing, as you can see, and it's related to the name of the watch, the Antarctica commemoration, the dial, sorry guys, that was me. The dial actually looks kind of, it reminds you kind of an iceberg. It has this texture that looks, it's diagonal obviously, and it looks kind of, it gives you the impression of a piece of ice that has been cut, or even the coloration that you see when you are underwater and you have a big iceberg and you are seeing the reflection of the sun from the bottom of the sea. So you see the transition between the darker tonal blues to the lighter ones in the middle. On the other side, some people might say also that maybe in another type of watches, this will actually look kind of a jeans fabric, blue denim, if we want. I think that at the end the results is that it works really well. I really like the color, I really like the tone, and I think it's something interesting. So how did I came to this piece? It's one of the latest ones in my collection because there was a nice discount when I saw it. I saw it when it was launched last year. I think it was around March of 2020. With the discount that the seller was doing, it was almost 40% discount. So definitely the value for money here was huge compared to the quality, and I decided to buy one of these. It's a big watch, guys. It's not small, as I was saying. It's a 44 millimeters on the biggest side. It's a 24 millimeters lug to lug bracelet. It's not taper, so it wears big. And the other negative aspects for the ones of you that have a small wrist is the fact that the links that start here of the bracelet are male. So you have this big protuberance that comes out, and it makes the watch bigger than what it is. Maybe with a leather or a rubber strap, this watch wears better or smaller in the wrist. The shape helps a lot for someone to wear it because it's slightly curved on the wrist, as you can see, also the base, and it tends to wear flat. So that's a positive point for big watches. So let's see the back part. As I was saying, this is a limited edition of 200. So only 200 of these were made. And it has a very nice commemorative on the discovery of Antarctica back plate that you can see, well decorated. The clasp, excellent quality. I must say that I really like it. It's a simple clasp, no diverse extension. The bracelet, it's well constructed, it's big, it has this polished center area and this satin brush external area. It tapers a little bit from 24 to 22, and it's held on by pins, so it's very easy to change. No sleeves inside the pin, something that I appreciate because I'm always losing those. And as you can see, the sapphire glass that is being used here, it's a little bit dumb, and it gives a little bit of the effect that sometimes you find in this type of watches. So the crown obviously hidden here, perfectly hidden, so it ends exactly where the arms come, so you don't feel the difference, and it reduces the risk of it maybe getting hold of some fabrics when you're wearing it. So let's see it in the wrist. My wrist is an 18.5 wrist, so it's neither too big, neither too small. And as you can see, at least for myself, I think it wears okay. A little bit on the limit due to the male end link here, but still it's something that I can manage to wear. And I actually think it looks really good. Obviously, it's still a big watch. It's something that I would probably not wear with a shirt and a tie. But it's definitely a fun watch that I would like to enjoy this summer, probably on the beach and on other situations in which I might be exploring. The dial is fantastic, as I was saying. I really like the color. If I have to go for an Oceanmaster, I will definitely go for this limited edition. So if you're interested, I think they are still online with the discount. And I am not. I am thinking actually to getting this another type of strap and try it with a leather or a rubber strap here in order to reduce the size of it, at least how it looks in the wrist. Anyway, guys, I hope you like this new brand that I am presenting. New, actually old, but probably most of you don't know anything about it. And I really hope that you find these videos interesting. If you want to leave any messages or comments, please do so. I really enjoy answering some of the questions and coming back to you guys on this. And if you like to see more videos, please subscribe. It really helps the channel to have subscriptions to go on. So see you next time, guys, and until next time, bye bye.